No rhyme or reason to supersize your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Has anyone ever told you that you are growing a business that makes no sense, that there's no rhyme or reason to what you're doing? Well, I've definitely heard that one before, but I don't use this expression very often. It's been around for a very long time. Actually, it was first published in 1460 in the Book of Nurture, something, I need my magnifying glass. The Book of Nurture by John Russell, and then it appeared in Shakespeare's play, A Comedy of Errors, and in 1950s, I believe that was made into the play was delivered in English, and Sir Thomas More is credited with saying it and using it. Some people say he used it first, but obviously didn't because he wasn't around in the 1400s. But he used it to describe a book that was written by one of his friends. He said there's no rhyme or reason to this particular book. It didn't make any sense. No rhyme or reason means something doesn't make any logical or poetic sense. I was going to start with a poem, but my poetry sharing is about as good as my jokes, so sometimes I just don't do that. Now today, how would you apply this to supersizing and growing your business? A lot of people will tell you you're crazy when you want to build and grow and supersize a business or create anything different in the world or great in the world that they have not themselves done or created. That's why it's so important to surround ourselves with people that are doing or have done what it is that we want to do, because they get the journey. And so we want to surround ourselves with people like that, but they'll be the few people that understand what it is that we're trying to create, our vision for what it is we want to see in the world, and why we do some of the things that we do that other people think don't make any sense, but they absolutely positively are part of our steps on the journey to creating the business that changes the world, the business that we supersize in the world, the difference we make in the world, because it's frankly up to entrepreneurs and business people to do that. Some people think that the government's going to do it, but we forget the government doesn't create anything except messes in systems that cause things to break and cost a fortune that none of us really want to pay for, because especially business owners, because we understand how much effort it takes to create and generate income. So we don't want to just be throwing it at things that we know don't work, that don't get the results we want to see in the world. Anyway, I digress. So curious, have you ever used this particular idiom, no rhyme or reason, to describe yourself or others? I probably maybe have used it back in corporate America to say, yeah, this decision, no rhyme or reason, but we're going to figure out how to make it work. Otherwise, probably not very much. Definitely heard it before, but I think of it more now that I have granddaughters and I'm reading them rhyming books all the time. Because I can memorize those and I don't have to use my magnifying glasses to try to see to read to them. All right, have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how can we tie that to building and growing and supersizing our business? Or how can we use it just to think about how we define things and what things mean to us to help us grow and become a better version of ourselves. This year's challenge is Get Your Goals annual challenge, and our topic today is the 7 Whys exercise. And I will say that if you've never used that, it's an incredibly powerful exercise to really understand why you want something and your own rhyme or reason to things. Have an awesome day, and of course I'll be with you tomorrow.